This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, it's the final week of the regular season for baseball, and we have the league title games. You'll see Christian Brothers take on Vista Del Lago, Lincoln battle St. Mary's, and River City meet McClatchy.
Playoffs in boys volleyball has Rio Americano and Elk Grove, plus this week's inspirational athletes, the inclusive basketball game with Elk Grove and Laguna Creek. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. We start tonight in the Capital Athletic League, where Christian Brothers is just a few wins away from clinching the league title. The Falcons are led by Dylan Drake. The senior shortstop has driven in 24 runs, batting .471 on the year.
Christian Brothers sitting in first, entering the week with a 12-3 record, with Vista Del Lago just 2 games back. Tyler Bolyard batting .417 on the year. The Falcons' magic number is 2, while the Eagles look for a sweep of the Falcons for a chance at the title. Game 1 played on Monday afternoon. Christian Brothers just a few wins away from that Capital Athletic League title, needing to get through last year's champs. Runner on third for Lucas Drake in the first, a high fly ball into a cloudy sky. That one falls, scoring twin brother Dylan. 1-0 Falcons after 1. CB continues to keep the line moving in the second. Landon Howard smacks a blooping ball to left field. That puts 2 on. Drew Fox is on second. Dylan Drake hits a hard liner to the left field gap. Already Dylan's second hit of the day. This is a 2 RBI triple, and Christian Brothers come out red hot with the 3-0 lead. Bottom of the second, Trevor Kastner is the runner on first for Vista. Shane Hargraves barrels this ball to right field. It is well over the fielder's head. Kastner scores all the way from first. That is an RBI triple for the sophomore Hargraves. Next batter is Joey Guariente. Dylan Drake makes a great play at short. Hargraves scores on the ground out. It is 3-2 Christian Brothers. That's all Dylan Messier would allow in the inning, as he ends the second frame with the strikeout. 5 Falcons with multi-hit games. Drew Fox is one of them. A base knock to left puts runners on first and second for none other than Dylan Drake. When it's going right, it is going right. Winton Thomas scores. Have a day, Dylan. Josh Lewis looking for his second hit of the day. A blooping ball to right falls in there, scoring Fox and Dylan Drake. Then it's Lucas Drake plating one more for good measure, and Christian Brothers takes home the 7-3 victory in Game 1, just 1 win away from clinching at least a share of the title. Messier going the distance, and Dylan talked to us after the game about that run support.
It just gives me more confidence with my pitches, and trusting that my defense and just overall my team gives me a lot more leverage when I'm throwing these pitches and not so stressful.
What would it mean for this team to walk away with that league championship?
Oh, it would feel amazing rolling into the playoffs, coming back from a 8-18 season last year. Totally different morale and just upbeat for us, and yeah.
Brian Mueller in Manteca Monday afternoon. A showdown for second in the Valley Oak League between Oakdale and Sierra. We'll pick it up with Sierra trailing 2-1, bottom 1. It was a jet stream out to right, and Andrew Navarro takes advantage. More than enough to get Angel Valdez home on the sac fly. We're tied at 2. The Timberwolves looking for more in the inning, but Alex Jones shows why he's a difficult man to run on. A perfect throw to second to cut down the runner. Both pitchers settled down after allowing runs in the first. Tyler Looney gets a K to end the second. His counterpart, Landon Shutt, does the same to end the third. Both pitchers putting up 3 consecutive scoreless frames. Top 5, there's 2 on for Carlo Antonetti. He smashes this up the middle. Christian Diebner getting the windmill home, and he scores to put the Mustangs ahead 3-2. But the T-Wolves answer in the bottom half of the inning. Nico Camarena sneaks this into left field. That scores a run, and we're tied at 3. Then later in the inning, Troy Morrow continues attacking left. A line drive base hit. Here comes Camarena hustling home. He is in with the go-ahead run. Sierra has their first lead at 4-3. Top 6, 2 on with Diebner up. It's a high pop-up in the shallow left that drops, and Jace Grandstaff is in with the tying run. But in the bottom half of the inning, the bases are full of Wolves, and Rudy Barney will take this any day. The HBP go-ahead RBI, and Sierra back on top 5-4. But the Mustangs have some momentum top 7. The tying and go-ahead runs on base with 1 out. out. We've already seen Jones's arm has a pretty good bat as well. Hits this deep to right and gone. A 3-run shot to give Oakdale a 7-5 lead. It would be a 6-run inning for the Mustangs that would propel them to a 10-5 series opening win.
Franklin and Pleasant Grove vying for Delta League supremacy Friday. Here we go. Top 2, runner on for Marley Escobar. And Marley, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing gonna be all right. She drives in the first run, and it's 1-0 PG. Top 3 now, freshman Shay Stinson goes the other way. She winds up on third with the triple. That highlights a 2-run third for the Eagles. A 3-0 lead is usually plenty for Madeline Lawson, who strikes out the side in the bottom of the third. Franklin needing some defense to stay close. Michaela Arlotto doubles off the runner at first to end the top of the fourth, but PG is cooking again in the fifth, as Shay Stinson gets an RBI ground out this time to make it 4-0. And then the same inning, Lindsay Paredes doubles down the left field line to score Riley Bigley, who doubled in the previous at-bat. And the next batter, Zoe Iverson, follows suit to make it 3 straight doubles for Pleasant Grove, and the Eagles take a 6-0 lead heading into the bottom of the fifth. But Franklin finally breaks through as pinch hitter Cora Ellis ropes an RBI double to the fence and right. That gets the Wildcats on the board. And then PG brings 5 infielders in for the next batter, Kalani Nita. So what does Kalani do? She finds a hole, of course. The 6-7 hole, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, Ellis scores, and it's 6-2 after 5. But PG's Shay Stinson had a day at the plate. This is her second triple of the game, this one of the RBI variety, and it's now 9-3 heading to the bottom of the 7th. Madeline Lawson gets a 1-2-3 inning to close out her Delta League leading 12th win. She also had 12 strikeouts as Pleasant Grove clinches at least a share of its first Delta League crown since 2013.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Out to Lincoln to Stockton, where the Tracy Bulldogs held onto a slim lead in the Tri-City Athletic League. Here come the Trojans. They're ready to roll. Bottom 1, game tied at 1. Alicia Ott on third for the Trojans. Liliana Amarillo lifts a fly to left. Nice backhand catch by Emma Golden for Tri-City. Ott tags and scores, and Lincoln leads 2-1. In the bottom of the second, Lincoln has 2-1 for Olivia Holtz, who goes with the pitch to left, and down it falls. Brooklyn Priest and Xenia Sanflua score without a throw, 4-1. Melissa George of Tri-City gets 1 run back on the third as she hits it high and deep to left. This baby is gone. The Sac State commit was all over that one. Then the third, Alicia Ott picks a great time to make a great play, robbing a hit, a diving catch at that. Nothing shaken until the 6th, 2-1 for Rihanna Zuniga, who just about gets a hold of this one. Well, yeah, she got a hold of it. Over the fence it goes for a 3-run bomb, and Tracy's tied it up at 5 apiece. Bomb 6 for Lincoln. Holtz comes up with another clutch hit. This one scores Priest from second, and the Trojans regain the lead. Down 1, top of the 7th, Tracy has Golden on first for George, who loves left field. To the wall it goes. Emma has the green light, and she's going to go with a head-first slide. She's in there, and we're all tied up at 6. Bottom of the 7th now. Lincoln down to the last out. Justice Bolzer representing the winning run. A single up the box by Emma Pengilly of Lincoln. Tracy Zuniga with the ball. The play at the plate is not in time. Bolzer scores, and Lincoln pulls one out late, winning 7-6.
Each week this season, Roseville Hyundai brings us the Players of the Week. Our first Player of the Week is Kyle Wirtz from Rio Americano. The Raiders with a huge series sweep of the defending league champs last week. Kyle coming up big in Game 1, going 3 for 4 at the plate with 7 RBI, including a home run.
Our second Roseville Hyundai Player of the Week is Aditya Gunjalapalli from Mountain House Volleyball. The Mustangs defeated defending league champs Lathrop in 4 sets to win the WAC title. Aditya did it all in the match, tallying up 13 kills while also serving up 15 assists and getting 10 digs. That's a triple-double in volleyball. Aditya Gunjalapalli and Kyle Wirtz, this week's Roseville Hyundai Players of the Week.
SMUD is leading the nation in clean power, so each week SMUD teaches us how we can save energy.
Here is this week's Clean Power City Tip powered by SMUD.
Hi, my name is Samantha Stoll from Intercom High School, and here's this week's Clean Power City Tip. Buy clothes made from eco-friendly fabrics like cotton, wool, linen, or hemp. They're safer for the environment, biodegradable, and can be recycled. SMUD is leading the nation in clean power. Learn more at cleanpowercity.org.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game. It's the Tri-City League deciding series with Lincoln and St. Mary's.
Then Enox and Monterey Trail in playoff volleyball. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Summer's in full swing. Remember, SMUD's peak hours are 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays when electricity use is the highest. Shift some of your electricity usage to mid and off-peak hours when it costs less and renewable energy is plentiful. It's good for your bill, protects the environment, and helps our community too. Let's work together to save energy this summer. Learn more at smud.org/time of day.
Commitment, performance, pride. Roseville Hyundai is thrilled to be the feature sponsor of this week's Sac-Hi Players of the Week. We take great pride in recognizing each of your accomplishments as part of our continued effort to support the community. Come see the electrifying new lineup at Roseville Hyundai. From EVs and hybrids to our fuel cell vehicle, Hyundai Nexo. We've got you covered. Claim yours today.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. SF-Niners, we just win. SF-Niners, we just win. I'm from that field, I'm from that field. 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 I'm from that field.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio at Levi Stadium with our first SunPower Electric game. The Tri-City League title comes down to the final week of the regular season with the 3-game series between Lincoln and St. Mary's.
Both teams entering the week tied for the league lead with 10-2 records, but St. Mary's took game 1 of the series, so the Rams can clinch the league title with a win in game 2. Our Nick Pecoraro was down in Stockton for the SunPower Electric game.
Game.
Nick Pecoraro here in Stockton. So today's SunPower Electric game comes with big consequences. Not only could it decide the Tri-City League championship, but it could also shake up the postseason landscape in this final week of the regular season as St. Mary's takes on Lincoln. St. Mary's took game 1 of the series on Monday. One more win will not only secure the Rams' 3rd straight TCAL championship, but also bump St. Mary's into the Division I bracket for the playoffs. Junior Beckett Bowe, with his 5-0 record, looks to bring it home for the Rams. Senior Dom Samford comes in at 4-0, with opponents hitting below the Mendoza line against him. Samford and battery mate Caleb Hendricks look to help the Trojans keep their TCAL hopes alive. Senior day for the Rams, who hope to close out their career with another TCAL title. But a scary moment in the first, though. The final play of the inning, while rounding third, a Lincoln runner collides with his third base coach. It's Lincoln head coach Peter Pyle, who seemed unresponsive for several minutes before regaining consciousness as the paramedics arrived and took him to the hospital. Both teams decide to keep playing. The last word was that he was stable and expected to be okay. Here's to a speedy recovery, coach. His team recovers as Samford gets one of his 4 Ks. But Beckett Bowe was also impressive. He finishes the second with one of his 5 punch-outs. Bottom 2, runners on for the freshman, Dax Hardcastle, who pokes one into left. 1 run scores, and it's 1-0 Rams after 2. Bottom 3 now, Samuel Kaler on second. Roland Reyes trying to bunt him over to third, but the throw gets away. Kaler comes in to score, and it's 2-0 St. Mary's. Same inning, Reyes on second for Michael Quedens. The Michigan commit just rockets this ball out to right. That's a really tall net in right field, or it might have been out of here. A long single for Quedens makes it 3-0. Lincoln with something going on in the 6th, but Bowe gets out of the jam. Beckett grades out with 6 1/3 scoreless frames. And the Rams looking to add on in the bottom half. Samuel Kaler singles to left, but left fielder Kyle Newport comes up firing. I'm a sucker for a good outfield assist. Newport does just that and gives the Trojans a chance in the 7th. 1st and 3rd for Lincoln, but Alex Escalante, Roland Reyes, and Tanner Grove turn the 5-4-3 double play, and that'll put a bow on a 3rd straight Tri-City League championship for St. Mary's.
You know, it's a way the team's been able to regroup all year after adversity. You know, that's one thing that's really carried us through to this series right here. We battle adversity like with the best. Not one guy, not two guys, not three guys carried, but our pitching, defense, offense, all of the above. Couldn't have done without every single guy on our team.
From our SunPower Electric game, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Jameson reporting here where Montreux will be hosting Enox High School in a boys volleyball playoff matchup. Let's get started with Andre Sucio setting up Thomas Harmon, who hits that ball off a defender for the point. Eagles lead 20-17. Next we have Lack Fun setting up D. Ryan Brown, who taps that ball away from the defenders to get that point. Then we have Fun again, pass it to Brown, and this time it's for the set. Mustangs take set 1, 25-19. Set 2 now, we have Brown setting it to Ryan Lee, who finds an opening on the floor for that point. Next, it's Sucio setting up this trick play, and Francis Gates gets the kill. Eagles lead 22-10. Then it's Saboyawun Barali soaring high for a block for the Eagles. Enox takes set 2, 25-14. Set 3 now. Sucio passes to Harmon for the quick point. We're all tied up at 18. Next is Derek Tran with a smooth ace and a great timing for the Mustangs to respond. Then it's the Fun to Brown connection once again, and that ball is not returnable. Mustangs take set 3, 25-22. Set 4 now, Fun showing off his defense with his denial at the net, but the Eagles respond with Sucio finding Blake Keller for a kill. Eagles lead 22-18. Then it's Gates closing the gate on set 4 with that big kill. 25-20, Eagles take set 4. Set 5 now, both teams going nip and tuck. Let's see who prevails. First, it's Lee of the Mustangs with an ace. Mustangs lead 9-7, but the Eagles answer back with Sucio to Harmon connection to stay in it. More Eagles, this time it's Sucio to Gates, who hammers that home. Eagles lead 12-11. However, the Mustangs are not giving up. Fun to Brown, and he makes that too hot to handle. Finally, it's Brown to Fun, back to Brown for the dagger, and boom, the Mustangs take set 5, 15-13, a nail biter. Montreux takes the match 3-2 and advance in the playoffs. Brown lead the Mustangs with 25 kills.
Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes each week.
Here's Dr. Stephen Weiss with this week's health tip.
There's been a dramatic increase in shoulder and elbow overuse injuries. Pitchers are at the greatest risk. In fact, pitchers have a 25 times greater risk of arm injury when their arm is tired or in pain. To prevent these injuries, you shouldn't throw more than 100 innings per year if throwing from 60 feet. You should take off 4 months per year, avoiding also playing catcher. Be sure to always stretch and warm up prior to pitching, know proper pitching mechanics, and follow all pitch count and rest guidelines.
Coming up, Valley Christian Academy and Leroy Green for the SMAL title.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section softball poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
Excellent service. They work with you to get the best deal.
Wood recommends anyone. Well done.
Tracy Toyota understands that our reputation of trust makes a difference, and our reviews prove we're with you all the way. Our customers are so happy with their buying experience, they proudly show it online. We even certify our used cars with an included warranty. During the Grab the Keys Let's Go sales event, get 3.99% on select new models. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Swung on a drive to deep right field. Isan Diaz has won this game. Johnson near the track, on the track, leaps up, and Bryce Johnson. Right field just looking up is marked, and it is gone. What a blast from Gonzalez.
The Sacramento Metro League comes down to the final week of the regular season. Valley Christian Academy and Leroy Green both enter the week undefeated at 6-0, so the winner of the first game of the series would clinch at least a share of the league title.
VCA's Jackson Nichols is batting .393 on the year with 5 homers. Leroy's Drew Perry is batting a whopping .750 with 40 RBIs. The winner of Thursday's game can clinch at least a share of the league crown. The game played at Leroy Green.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Leroy Green Thursday afternoon, where the winner of this one earns at least a share of the Sacramento Metropolitan Athletic League title. Valley Christian Academy has Jackson Nichols on the hill as counterpart. Corey Ramsom lines a single to left. In comes the speedy Lamont Buford Jr., and the Lions lead 1-0 bottom 1. Ramsom doing some work on the mound as well, gets a K here in the top of the second. Nichols throwing pitches that look like dimes to hitters. He matches Ramsom with a 0 on the board in the second. The VCA Lions have a runner on in the third, but it's Isaiah McKee to John Gould to Tyson Bea on the 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Bottom half of the inning, Leroy Green with runners on the corners, and there's Bea with his bat doing some damage. The base hit scores Buford Jr. again, and it's 2-0. Top 4, VCA, again with a runner on, but again, the Lions showing off their defense. This time it's Andrew Morales starting the DP, and Leroy Green is out of the inning. But in the 5th, VCA mounts their biggest threat yet with runners on second and third, a slow grounder to second, and the throw is past first. Both runners come in to score, and the visiting Lions have tied it up at 2. Meanwhile, Nichols, still going strong for VCA, gets another one of his 10 strikeouts in the game. On the other side, Drew Perry came in to relieve Ramsom, and he struck out 4 in 2 innings of work. Bottom 7 now. The Lions have the bases loaded with 1 out. The freshman Bea at the plate. He drives this deep to center. A nice catch by Nick Beffert, but that is plenty deep to score Eddie Ames. It's a walk-off sac fly winner for Leroy Green. 3-2 the final.
Every week we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
Robert, this week we have a whole team of inspirational athletes. Inclusive sports teams have been popping up in many school districts. I was in Elk Grove to witness just how important these teams are to athletes, parents, and schools.
Today we're participating in a unified basketball game.
Inclusive sports are making their way to Sacramento County.
We're trying to get the kids out and about and have fun with competition as well.
Combining students with disabilities with their peers, this is a game where crowds cheer for both sides. In 2016, the CIF and the U.S. Special Olympics partnered together to form unified sports programs, providing opportunities for students with disabilities to participate in high school athletic programs. Since then, school districts in Sacramento County and beyond are choosing to form these unified sports programs.
So it takes a whole school really being dedicated to the idea of inclusion and acceptance, and really creating just an environment that's inclusive of all people, and then being willing to put in the work on the back end to get everyone here, put all the games together. So Laguna and Elk Grove did a really great job.
Elk Grove and Laguna Creek High School are the first schools in the district to participate.
Kind of wanted to get my students to be among their own peers, their own people, their own age. And so this seemed like a golden opportunity to do that, to get them away from us adults and really have fun with the other students on the campus. We are expecting a big turnout. We have a lot of support here at Laguna Creek, so I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I'm very excited.
And number 12, Wyatt Ogilvie.
3 challenged athletes take the court alongside 2 members of the school's varsity basketball teams. From there, just like any other game, 4 quarters, signs, 2-point shots, and three-point shots. Why is this game so important?
Last 2 or 3 weeks, parents have told me they talk about it at home. I see their confidence just increase. They become more vocal, which is a good thing.
Really, it's so beautiful to see for us as a parent, and also to see them being involved
involved in something like this. It's really challenging for him physically, emotionally, but the fact that he's doing it, he's pushing himself and having amazing teammates to push him and encourage him. It's beautiful to watch.
For the athletes, it gives them a sense of purpose on campus. It lets them play on the basketball court, but then you're at lunch and you're seeing people in the hallways. And so it's really using sports as a gateway into inclusion and all other aspects on campus as well.
And if the number of smiles on the athletes, fans, and parents is any indication of the success of this program, well, I guess you can say it's a winner. The number of smiles seen in the Laguna Creek gym that day was incredible. We will see many more schools participate in this program in the coming years.
That's fantastic. All right, coming up.
Wood Creek goes for its second straight league title, taking on Roseville.
But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Vista Del Lago cheer team.
1, 3, 5, 1, 3,
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes, when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. You'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics, and by SunPower, a proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
This week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match, Roseville and Wood Creek. A Wood Creek win will give them a league championship, and they really want to get this game in as the T-Wolf players looking like the River Cats ground crew out there. It was Weston Fogler for Roseville on the mound for the Tigers, and he got a little run support early with Brady Ranello on second. Kyle Pedersen hits a slow chopper to third. Wet grass equals a wet ball. The throw goes down the line, and a pumped up Ranello has the Tigers leading it early. But that lead did not last long. Game tied at 1. Bases juice for Isaac Hawthorne. And the senior delivers a single to left. Connor Barth and Wyatt Harris come in to score 3-1 T-Wolves. John Haney getting the job done as he hits into a fielder's choice. Ranello to Lincoln Dotelli, but that plates Austin Nye 4-1 Wood Creek. Top 2, Roseville gets 2 runs back. This single by the athlete Brandon Graydon makes it a 4-3 game as he drives in Aaron Campbell from third, and it's back to a 1-run game. Roseville looking for more, but check out the backhand stop and throw by Dylan Green to Harris just in time to end the inning. 4th inning now, John Haney on third for Ty Hennessy, who bangs the pitch to right. Handy is in. Wood Creek leads it 5-3. Then Dylan Green drills the pitch to center. To the wall it goes. Ty Hennessy comes in to score, and the T-Wolves go up by 3. Next batter's Connor Barth, and he bangs the pitch to right. They are waving in Green, and he's rounding third, and Dylan slides in safely with a 7th and final run. And I think it's time to retire those pants, boys, maybe for the playoffs, as we caught up with the team after the game.
You know, it's great. It was a great team. It was a great team win. I mean, more hits, more runs than yesterday. Yesterday was a little off, but today was great.
I think just knowing that they have a trusting defense right behind them, no matter what, everybody's going to sell out for a play, trying to make outs for the team, and just knowing that they can trust their stuff. I mean, we've been working a lot of time in bullpens at practice, trying to know what we have, know what to throw, and just go right after him.
We're not done yet, but playoffs is a big first step, but we got a couple more games to go.
The second round of the Sac Joaquin Section Division II playoffs has the 3rd seed Rio Americano facing 11th seeded Elk Grove. Xander Harrington with a great dig in the first point of the game. Then it goes Shane Newberry to Grayson Albers. 2 points later, the Raiders go for the kill, but watch Julian Clark throwing up the block. Fast forward, 23-21 Raiders, the dig from Jackson Vidana. Harper Gardner sets Harrington in the back row, and Rio Americano goes on to take the first set, 25-22. Set 2, Vidana receives the serve. Armand Prakash sets up Benjamin Lai. This time it's the Herd on top first. But Rio goes on a run. Harrington, Newberry, then Joey Thalken. Yes, sir. Lai to Jonathan Milano, to Prakash, and the Herd looking to stop the Raiders from running away with the set, but to no avail. Thalken to Newberry, to Gardner, and Rio Americano goes up 2-0. And the Raiders would go on to take the third set. Here is match point for the Raiders. Harrington ends it with some defense. Rio Americano lives to see another game. The Raiders will take to the road facing 2nd-seeded Wood Creek on Tuesday.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning is shining a spotlight on athletes who excel in their sport and give back to their schools.
This week's Service Champion Student Spotlight is Abby Pikus from Pacheco. Abby has done a lot on campus. Not only is she a varsity letterer in volleyball, basketball, and softball, she was the freshman class president, ASB president her junior and senior year, and part of the FFA her sophomore and junior year, and a part of the National Honor Society. By the way, she currently holds a 31-game hit streak, tied for the 4th longest in state history. Abby Pikus, this week's Service Champion Student Spotlight.
Coming up, Mountain House takes on Ceres.
Then it's Whitney and Granite Bay battling on top of the Sierra Foothill League. You are watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Mountain House taking the field on Senior Day, just one win away from clinching the league title. Ceres looking to play spoiler Wednesday. Runner on first for the Bulldogs in the top of the first. A pitch in the dirt for the strikeout, looks to end the inning, but drop third strike and the ball is thrown away. That allows Josh Prestige to score from first, landing Kyan Bowen on third. For Landon Hudson, a base hit down the left field line for Hudson, scores Bowen, and it is 2-0 Bulldogs. Steffens gets out of the inning, getting the final batter to chase, so Mountain House goes into the bottom of the inning down by 2. Isaiah Thompson with the leadoff walk. Nye takes off for 2, and the Fullerton commit diving in there safely, putting a runner in scoring position for Roy Gardner Jr. This ball is blasted to center field. Jorge Gonzalez tracks it down. What a catch, and he hurls it to second to double up the runner. Jorge is pumped. So is starting pitcher Braden Clark. This strikeout ends the second inning, and it remains 2-0 series. Top of the fourth, a ground ball up the middle, but shortstop Roy Gardner Jr. is able to track it down. Roy headed to West Point to play both baseball and football next year. Next batter is Vincent Castrejon. The grounder up the middle makes its way to the outfield grass. Vincent is on third a few batters later. A hit back at the pitcher, and Vincent is caught in the middle of the base path, but another costly error brings him home and Adrian Ontiveros, and it is 4-0 series. The Mustangs trying to get a rally going. Cameron Valentine grabs a base knock after a walk. Valentine is then on second for Tyler Jordan. That ball is lined to center for a base hit. Valentine scores the first run of the game for Mountain House. It's now 4-1. Top of the fifth, 2 on for the Bulldogs. Hudson hits a deep fly ball to straightaway center, and this one will fall. Thompson makes a great play on the bounce, allowing just 1 run to score. Hudson picks up his second RBI of the day. John Stevens gets the 5th strikeout to end the inning, tallying up 10 on the day and giving up just 1 earned run, but Ceres capitalizes on the unearned runs and takes home the win. The final out is a fly out to Gonzalez, and Ceres wins it 5-1 behind the strong outing on the mound from Clark.
Senior Day at Granite Bay Thursday, and it would be a big one for the 4 GB seniors. Grizzly starter Avery Siva getting some help from left fielder Kate Van Dusen, and Deuce is wild for this grab to end the top of the first inning. Whitney starter Hannah Duncan, she's just a junior, but she was a problem with a career-high 14 strikeouts. but the Grizzlies break through in the third. Leilani Terrazas, she's a freshman. Her 5th homer of the year leads Granite Bay, and the Grizz lead 1-0 after 3. Avery Siva likes working with a lead. This is one of her 5 punch-outs on Thursday. And check out Granite Bay catcher Kate Vincent. A little pop goes the weasel, but nice concentration from Kate to finish off the strikeout. And even she has to laugh this one off. Top 5 now, Whitney with runners on first and second for Maya Flint. The South Carolina commit comes through with an RBI knock, and we're all knotted up at 1 after 5. Grizzlies half of the 6th, a hot shot is snared by freshman Brooklyn Steele, who doubles off the runner at first, and Whitney steals a double play to get out of the jam. Top 7 now, first and second for Whitney's home run leader, Tylee Kitchen. It looks like trouble off the bat, but Cameron Lincoln runs it down in center to end the inning. Bottom 7, Avery Siva doesn't hit much these days, just 5 at-bats coming into this game, but she sparks a rally with a liner into left. Kate Vincent lays down a perfect sac bunt to get Siva into scoring position for the 4-year varsity starter, Drew McCown, and Drew calls game. She dumps a single into left, Siva scores, madness ensues, Granite Bay wins in walk-off style and moves into a first-place tie in the SFL. Drew, could you have imagined a better senior day?
No, it was amazing. Like, all the seniors contributed to this win a lot, so I was just so happy for us. Good team win.
It's senior day for the ladies of Kennedy. They came into this game versus Laguna Creek scoring 10 runs a game. Was Sarah Hanf for the Cardinals up for the challenge? Yes. Yes, she was. Getting the strikeout at the end of the first. Top 2, Kamora Baptiste on second for Laguna Creek as Jasmine Johnson pounds the pitch to the left field wall. That plays KB and the Cards lead it 1-0. Isabella Castro getting a whack at it and goes with the inside-out swing. She sends the pitch to the right field wall for a sliding triple. The junior does it all. Johnson comes in to score 2-0 Cards. Then Madeline Hart steps up for LC and she dumps the pitch in the left field for a hit. That brings in Castro, and Hart advances on the throw. Next batter is Mia Gonzalez, who flips the bat at the pitch and hits a Texas leaguer that falls in for a hit. Hart comes in to score, and it's now a 4-run second for Laguna. Not much shake until the 5th. Ariel Burton on third for KB, who drops a single into right field. That's down, and that's Burton crossing home for the Cards. In the 6th inning now for the Cardinals, Alicia Dominguez hits a gapper to the wall in right center. That brings in 2 more runs for Laguna Creek, and they now lead it 7-0. With Dominguez on third, Sophia Riles takes the outside pitch to the right side of the field, allowing Alicia to score, and that would just about do it. Laguna Creek wins big and has a 2-game lead with 3 to play for first place.
Each week we showcase a top recruit from the Sac-Joaquin section.
This week's top recruit is Andrew Wright from Lodi, the senior committing to play his college career at Cal State Fullerton.
Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game, McClatchy and River City playing for the Metro League crown.
Then it's Sutter and 12 Bridges. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Tim never leaves his wife's side. But since junk sleep gave him a crick in his neck,
who's there?
He can't turn his head to see her. Now he's convinced she's left him.
Michelle?
Only our Love Your Mattress guarantee gets you the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it.
You came back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm.
We head to West Sacramento for the second SunPower Electric game. McClatchy is the back-to-back defending Metro Conference champs. The Lions taking home a win in Game 1 of the series with River City to clinch their second straight league title.
River City looking to keep hold of the second place spot with a win over McClatchy on Thursday. It would do that. Our second SunPower Electric game. Guess who? Aubrey was there.
Electric game.
It's a cloudy and chilly day here in West Sacramento. Hopefully this rain will hold out on us. Let's try to get in 7 innings today. This is the last league game of the season for McClatchy and River City. The Lions taking home the league championship with a win in game 1. Jalen Hodges with 3 hits in that Tuesday game. The senior leading his team with a .400 batting average. The River City Raiders looking for their first win over the Lions since entering the Metro League in 2019, and that's going to be on Senior Day. Donovan Coleman leads the Raiders with 30 RBI on the year. It's River City and McClatchy in this week's SunPower Electric game. And we pick things up in the top of the first. Hodges is on third for Jack Smith. A fly ball the opposite way plates Jalen, and it is 1-0 McClatchy. Top of the second, Hodges already up for his second at bat. What an effort from center fielder JJ Torrente, but this will be Jalen's second hit of the game. Ari Silva is the next batter. Shortstop Bryce Sabatke dives for it and delivers a strong throw to first for the out. Nice play there for the junior, but Jack Smith is at it again. This time, Jack doesn't settle for a sac fly. He ropes the ball to left field. That scores Hodges 2-0 McClatchy. Nick Rodriguez getting the start, the sophomore, then getting out of the inning with the strikeout, allowing just that 1 run. Runner on first for the Raiders in the bottom of the third. Torrente rips the ball to the left center gap. This one rolls, giving Antonio Alonso enough time to score from third. 2-1 McClatchy. Then in the bottom of the fourth, Bryce Sabatke finds a hole through the left side. This knock ties this game up as Donovan Coleman comes around to score from second. We are tied at 2. Jackson Halverson gets out of the inning with the backwards K, the junior with a good day on the mound. Bottom of the fifth, Coleman comes up with a runner on second. Another hit through the 5-6 hole. Alonso comes home standing up, and Donovan pushes the go-ahead run across. The Raiders aren't done. Sabatke picks up 2 more RBI as Nate Petz and Coleman score on the base hit. Bryce then coming in relief in the 7th after Rodriguez hits his limit. And this is the final out of the game. River City beats McClatchy on the final game of the regular season. First time the Raiders beat McClatchy in a league game, and it was a big one.
I was hitting my spots. My defense was behind me. We had our bats strung together. Everything was just going well for us this game. We got some really good pitching this year, and our defense was great. And we kept it in with all the hits. And you know, we really tied it all together. It was great. We all had each other's backs, no negativity, all positivity.
Out to 12 Bridges, where a win for the young Rhinos would get them into the postseason. Johnny Munger and Sutter looking for the season sweep. Matt Henry was up for the challenge early on for the Rhinos as he gets the whiff to end the inning. Matt had 5 punch-outs in the game. Third inning, and Sutter has runners on the corner, and it's a leave early play. Boy, here we go. 12 Bridges eventually gets the runner out at first. On that play, Matt Lawrence races home safely and scores the first run of the game for Sutter. Bottom half of the third, 12 Bridges gets that run back here. Runners on the corners. A worm ball allows Connor Wilson to score from third. This game is tied. Save the worms, everyone. Still in the third. 2 on for the Rhinos. Jamison Barnes, who grounds out to first, but that scores Evan Barrientos, and the young Rhinos lead it 2-1. Oh, here they come. Sutter attacking the Rhinos again. Another single to center. Wooster gets the ball. The throw to Barnes at third is not in time, but Barnes then fires to the Sandman. Logan Sanders with the tag. Side retired. Top 4, Landon Sable on third for Sutter, and Jordan Lee singles him on in, and this game is all tied up at 2 apiece. To the 6th inning we go now. Sable on second, and Brady Wickham is at the bat, and he singles the center. They wave in Sable. Braden Wooster comes up throwing, but not in time as Landon is in, and Sutter leads it by 1. Still in the 6th with 2 outs, and the base is loaded for Carson Bishop, who nails the pitch to center, but let me woo-woo-woo! Let me woo-woo-woo! It's Braden Wooster making the diving catch to end the inning. Nice play, but it was not enough as TBHS falls just short of the postseason, and Sutter finishes in a tie with Colfax for first place with a 10-2 record.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Addison Naranjo from Ripon Softball. Addison earning an impressive 4.2 GPA.
Coming up, it's Central Catholic taking on Manteca.
Then Lodi and Tokay, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be right back.
The Valley Oak League title coming down to the final week of the regular season. We saw Oakdale and Sierra play earlier in the show, each team still with a shot at the title, depending on the outcome of the Central Catholic Manteca series.
Central Catholic holding on to the top spot at the start of the week, but Manteca winning big in Game 1 behind a 2-home run game from Alex Murrieta. The Raiders can still clinch a share of the league title with a win over the Buffaloes on Wednesday.
Manteca trying to make it 2 in a row against Central Catholic Wednesday afternoon. Brian Mueller here. The Raiders come out swinging, already 1-0. Fernando Alanis sneaks this through into left field. That scores Joel Roberts to make it 2-0. Then Seth Van Dyke hits a hard grounder that also finds the outfield. TP Wentworth touches home to make it 3-0. Central Catholic would get 5 in the inning, but the Buffaloes would get some back in the bottom of the first. Alex Murrieta hits this down the left field line. Chris Chavez is in, and it's an RBI double for Murrieta. Manteca with a couple runners on now, a productive out for Landon Chamberlain as Rex Watson scores on the 6-3 putout. It's 5-2 after 1, but things really took a turn in the second. It continues to be the Seth Van Dyke show. He hits a gapper to right center. Another run comes in, and the Raiders are firing on all cylinders. Adrian Garcia also had a big game. He drives in another run on a base hit to left, 7-2 CC. It's 8-2 now later in the inning. A high pop into foul grounded left. Here comes Murrieta, and he goes full Superman on the catch. It'd be a sac fly to make it 9-2. We're still in the second. A run for Braxton Thomas. He crushes this to right and gone. The 2-run shot makes it 11-2. Still later in the second, there's a runner on for Wentworth. It's his money and he needs it now. The second 2-run homer of the inning for the Raiders as Wentworth helps his own cause. He would also strike out 7 in a complete game victory. The Raiders win in 5, 16-3 the final.
Senior night at Tokay on Tuesday. Corey Sugg, one of 5 Tigers seniors, ending the season with the Battle of Lodi. The Flames leadoff hitter Braden Stout starts off the game with a base knock to left, and a few batters later, he is on third for Austin Milas. A deep fly ball to left scores Stout for the first run of the game. Starting pitcher Nick Anderson gets out of the inning with the backwards K, 1-0 Lodi after 1. Bottom of the second, Zach Sanchez hits a hard line drive to the left center gap, and it rolls a while. A stand-up double for the sophomore, but the Flames starting pitcher Brent Gadina delivers an 88-mile-an-hour pitch to strike out the side to keep the Tigers off the board. Runners on second and third for Lodi. Stout with a grounder to short, and this one scores a couple of runs. Gianni Brasesco and Caden Andres score 3-0 Lodi. Vance Haskins is up next, and this one is trouble. Ball hit down the left field line, scores Stout, and it is 4-0 Flames. And Lodi isn't done yet. Luke legit to quit. A liner to the opposite field goes well over the fielder's head. It's a stand-up triple for the third baseman. Luke would come on home on a fielder's choice. Then Gavin Mora follows it up with a triple of his own. Kaboom! It's a liner to center field. Andrew Wright rounding third, heading for home. Mora's second triple of the season. The big Lodi inning ends in a pop-up to Corey Sugg, 7-0 Lodi. Top of the fourth, Austin Milas grabs his second RBI of the day with a line drive base hit to left. Haskins strolls home, 9-0 Lodi. Bottom of the fifth, Stanford commit Brock Sell ends Tokay's hitless drought going with the outside pitch and poking it to the opposite field. Paul Buckley gets to second. Tokay trying to push a run across, but Lorenzo Liu flips it to Milas for the force out at second. And with the 10-0 lead in the bottom of the sixth, the run rule goes into effect, and Gadina, the UC Riverside-bound pitcher, strikes out the final 2 batters, tallying up 8 strikeouts. Lodi secures a spot in the playoffs, finishing in the top 3 of the Tri-City League. We may have saved the best match for last. Delta League foes Davis and Pleasant Grove meeting for the third time this season. Davis with 2 wins, but this one is win or go home. Tied at a set apiece. Tinley hammers home the first point in the third set. Gabriel Crawford sets it over to Owen Busby. A 50-50 ball, and it lands in Eagles territory. 24-22 set point for Davis. Win to win to the high-flying Tinley, and Lee is pumped. But Davis with another shot at set point, and Mason Rowell delivers the final blow in the set. The Blue Devils go up 2-0. Ethan Wells, the dig. Then it's Liam Langley setting it back up for Wells. Ethan nails the shot from the back row. Tied at 16 apiece. Nguyen sees Logan Delamundo setting up in the corner, and the score flips in favor of the Eagles. but we are once again tied. A big block from New Inn. Little Ryan Busby keeps it in play. Langley to Gabriel Crawford. Davis is the first to 20. But hold on, because the Eagles hanging on to set point here. Henry Vance goes for the kill, and it hits off the fingertips of a Blue Devil for the win in set 4. That means we are headed to a 5th set for the 3rd time this season between these two teams. Remember, Davis has won the previous 2 meetings. And they have match point here, 14-13. Not anymore. Tin Lee, an incredible game for the junior. Tied at 18. Del Mundo giving his team match point with the shot landing in no man's land. Ryan Busby, Langley, then Ethan Wells. We play on. Davis now with match point. You won't see a better dig than this one from Lee. Incredible. Pleasant Grove can't even believe it. Davis back up 21-20. Will the shot from Crawford do it? Absolutely. The 5-set thriller ends in a Davis victory, 22-20, the final in set 5. The Blue Devils advance to the semifinals, where they will take on Delta League winner Jesuit. Remember, you can buy all of the game footage we shoot throughout the week. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi to order entire game videos.
Follow us on social media for more prep sports content. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter. If you DM us on Instagram, we'll get right back to you. And subscribe to our YouTube site, where you can find all of the highlights aired on our show.
Coming up, we will choose the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. This could be the Play of the Week, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin Section Top 10 Baseball Poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
It's now time to announce the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. The River Cats will be hosting our end of the season awards ceremony for all of our players of the year at Sutter Health Park. That is on May 28th.
We'll also be posting our polls for the Play of the Year winner in the coming weeks, so be sure to check in on our Twitter page to vote for your favorite play.
For now, let's see who wins this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the week.
Bryce Sabaki dives full extension and gets the out for River City. Then it's Alex Marietta on his horse for Manteca. Full extension. You got to lay out if you want to get the Play of the Week. Tin Lee with the one-handed dig ending on point for PG. Yes, he's laying out on that one too. How about the River Cats Play of the Week? It's Braden Wooster, 12 Bridges, laying out, robbing a bases-loaded hit. Let me woo, woo, woo. Yeah, here comes the Wooster for the River Cats Play of the Week.
That is the River Cats Play of the Week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. Next week is the start of section playoffs in baseball. We'll have all of those exciting highlights and more. So be sure to watch us then.